Peter Himmelman's story seems to be the average American story. A boy grows up in Minnesota and wants to be a rock star. He becomes a well-known songwriter, performer, and recording artist, becomes Bob Dylan's son-in-law, and writes music for a popular TV series. Nothing unusual here. Okay, but did I mention that Peter Himmelman is an Orthodox Jew? We caught up with Himmelman before his recent performance at Club Tzora near Beit Shemesh.
I sometimes strive to see that God is evident in everything, and I say I strive to see that, and I rarely succeed, but it's a goal of mine. And in some way, the music that I write helps me to try to transcend the mundane. I used to play with a black funk band and a black band from Trinidad. I used to kind of think I wanted to be black. You know, everybody's searching for their identification. At some point, it ceased to be important for me to identify as myself with a black, something other than I was. It became somehow, it felt cool to be Jewish at some point. So, not that my music is overtly Jewish in any way.
As difficult as it is to be a rock musician and be religious, the tougher act to juggle is being a rock musician and a parent.
How old was I? About 28. I just had gotten married. It was sort of a honeymoon in Tashkent and Frunze, Alma-Ata. And we played all around the United States. But it was very difficult to go on the road as we started having babies and everything. So it kind of came into conflict a little bit. It's almost antithetical to being a proper husband and proper parent. But I do like to play music, so I never really gave it up.
Peter Himmelman was nominated for an Emmy Award for his musical contribution to the popular TV series Judging Amy. However, Himmelman has mixed feelings about the recording industry.
It's good when you make money playing music. That's actually a really good feeling, because essentially you're being rewarded for something that you would gladly pay to do in the first place. It's a very pleasant part of my life. I found it difficult, but the first album that I made that got signed to a record deal was a record that I made about my dad who was dying of cancer. It was a very emotional affair, very personal. I never had any aspirations that this record would do anything other than create a deeper bond between my father and myself. And he passed away shortly after I gave him the song. So it was a very emotional thing. And then you sign contracts about it, and you have lawyers meeting you, and some lawyers suing you, and whatever it is, all about a song that you wrote about your dad that was dying of cancer. So it's, well, what's the next song going to be about? Something emotional like that, It's kind of hard to get on that track and come up with that stuff repeatedly.
Himmelman has had a strong connection to Israel since he visited the Jewish state as a child.
It's essentially a family vacation, this trip to Israel that I'm taking now. It's a chance to come to a place that I really love. I love to come here. I like to play music, so any opportunity that I have is good. Also, we've come to train in karate, swim in the ocean, daven at the kotel, do this interview, eat some of the great cheese of Israel, and many things.
And Peter also came to Israel to do one more thing.
Actually, coming to Israel is a way to sort of get out of the common problems and the exigencies of the American music business, sort of come almost naively in sort of a pure spirit and try to make some music here, trying to get back to the basics of it all.